Start this
You
puppy. Hello.
have but one J. Titan.
Oh, my music. My music.
Hello, my music. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I don't know.
Welcome everybody to this meditates. I don't think they can see this right now. Do we want to see the old dungeon and the new thing we're using? I think I'll save it for when we get to where we're getting to.
This is a lovely song.
It is a lovely song.
Very RuneScape vibes.
It's very
A little
good.
bit. You know, that reminds me. I could add any RuneScape song. Jagex is very friendly with that.
Should add some open TTD
Sea
songs.
shanty.
It's true. There is something to that.
I don't know if they'd quite fit D&D, but
Yeah, well, you know, if I take you to a particularly industrious part of town.
oh yeah, definitely, for sure.
Sorry, not if I take
Actually,
you. If
in
you go.
town, we're not even here anymore.
Yeah, no, this is just the tech demo that you guys are in. You guys don't know where you are or where you're going. That's up to your characters, right? So anyway, does anybody want to give us the recap?
I think I'm killing myself.
Yeah. Hey, your stream still says satisfactory, FYI.
That's a good point. I can fix that.
Your stream
Well-
says something. I can't even find it yet.
I would argue this tabletop is more satisfactory than satisfactory.
That's might be a good point.
Well, you'd be wrong.
Yeah.
Jacob,
Nothing can be as satisfactory as the game literally called satisfactory. That's just the rule. That's
Well-
fanatics.
if only it was a good game.
It is a good game.
It's pretty
It's not a
good.
game.
Once you get past biofuel, it starts being a good game. Anyway,
It's not Factorio.
Kinda like Factorio gets good once you get drones.
Oh.
Factorio gets
Factorio-
Factorio's really good before, but it gets really good when you get drones.
True.
So, welcome to the inner monologue of Rag Sinclair. Somehow, everything is more clear, but it is all so strangely unfamiliar. The orb, the being, the clarity. Then somehow I had the power to help them. I was able to reach out and touch them, and they withered. Then I grew stronger. When that cultist priest hit me with that fire spell, I did not fall. The anger within sprang forth, bursting him into flames and dropping him to the ground. Does my anger make me stronger? Can I reflect the magic of others, or is it all somehow different? Then the cleric, I suppose. He summoned floating weapons and pushed us to our limits. Again, he fell, withered from cold from the dragon in our midst. If the being can grant me so much power, what could it possibly want from me? Does it matter? I've nothing to lose. I was powerless to save her. Do I now feel hope? Then we were shuffled back to the temple, if you can call it that, a temple where magic is not used to heal. Alchemy is mostly accepted, but magic is forbidden. Maybe if magic was used in the city, she would still be here with me, and I wouldn't be so alone. Am I still alone? Am I meant to continue with this strange band? They seem almost as lost as I am. The elven herb farmer that can apparently fight. Did he actually teleport? Everything happened so fast. The dwarven shield blur? I'm not sure where the dwarf ends and the shield starts. I just know that I don't want those directed at me. The Dragonborn. I've already seen him chill entire groups to the bone. He says that he just wants to get paid, but is there something more? And me, the lost and confused half-elf searching, but not knowing. I wonder what tales would be sung of such a crew. Perhaps I should write such a song. Perhaps. Veronica said that we should see the princess for a reward. Attention never seems to end well for people in this city. What is all that racket next door?
Yeah. And so, as we return, you are all in Veronica's, which is attached by a doorway to the Norgonoth Hospital. And in the next room over is some kind of commotion. Oh, what now? What is all this? Says Veronica, the fawn. She's gonna walk over to the door and she's gonna open it up towards the hospital, and she's gonna storm on out, and she's gonna start assessing the situation. She looks at some of the people coming in, some of them injured, some of them with burns, some of them with scratches and other injuries, possibly of combat, it seems, and she's going to start directing them to hospital beds and rooms further down. You guys are still in the shop with Tomas. What do you guys want to do? Okay. So Tomas is going to say, how does Tomas speak? How does Tomas speak today? Yes, that's a good point. How does Tomas speak today? And the answer is, oh, adventures. There we go. There, maybe. Well, that was sure exciting. I'm glad the guard was able to go and get you all. Do you know where they ran off to?
Who are the guards?
Yeah, the soldiers, the gate crashers. They said I sent them. They went after you.
Yeah, they arrived. I don't know where they went with all of the items from the cave. I'd imagine back here, someplace to the city.
So yeah, most of the items from the cave actually ended up here in the carts that are parked out front of the hospital, and then were unloaded by the small army of laborers that came with the gate crashers to rescue you at the cave. So all the carts are kind of still parked outside, and then those crates that you helped carry in, and you guys, for the most part did help carry things in.
You've got two music tracks playing at the same time.
I do have
for
two
me.
music tracks. I don't know. I didn't click on the music track. Let's fix that. I just noticed the same. Yeah, so all the goods from the cave, all the crates and stuff should be outside, or into the storeroom by now. One of the two, depending on if you look. Okay, so you hear Veronica. She stops one of the injured individuals. You can see through the glass between Veronica's and the hospital. She stops one of the individuals who's a little less injured than the rest, and she starts asking him questions. And she starts discussing, and he raises his arms aggressively, and she's just shaking her head.
Do we recognize any of the injured people?
The one she's arguing with is a soldier. So he's in a a medium armor build, some kind of steel or iron rather, irony steel, particular to this region.
Yo, ironic.
Yeah, iron steel. It's not made out of spoons. It's- Maybe if you melted down 10,000 spoons, you could make this armor. But no, yeah. So she's out there arguing, and she's actually gonna go, and she takes a step. She stops suddenly, and she turns around and she looks at you all, and then she looks at the front door of the hospital, and she just kind of walks on outside. And she looks up to the sky.
Follow outward.
Yeah, which way do you go out? Do you go out just the front door, or do you go into the hospital and then out?
Well,
Just go at Veronica's
in the
door.
direction that she went.
Yeah. So if you all follow her, you open up the door to her Veronica's, the little pharmacy. Tomas locked the door again when you all got in, and yeah, so you unlock the door and then you walk on out, and yep, there she is. She's standing there, and she's looking at the sky. And do any of you care to look at the sky?
I care to look.
Okay. You look
Yeah,
at the
sure.
sky, and you can see. You don't stare at it too long, but you can tell the eclipse has begun. Just a sliver, but you can see that one of this planet's 2 moons has begun to eclipse the sun. Veronica's gonna turn and walk over to you guys now, and she's gonna look at Gilga. She's gonna say, "You're a paladin, right?
I.
Do you feel it?"
Do I?
So, maybe it's because you haven't been here too long, but when you walked in this city, you kind of felt somewhat of a loss of connection. The city is... The city is odd that way magically, as you were warned at the front gate, but also maybe you hadn't been here that long, or maybe you got here so close to the eclipse anyway, but you can't quite tell what she's talking about. She says, your God, when you entered the city, could you no longer feel his presence?" "I can feel Avandra's power again."
You couldn't feel her power before the eclipse?
Well, no. I mean, well, it's not that it's not there. You can try to use the powers of the gods, but sometimes it backfires and it doesn't work. But now I feel her presence, and I haven't felt that in a long time in this city.
How often do eclipses happen?
I mean, I've been here about 2 years. I guess they happen... Well, I'm no astronomer. I don't keep track of such superstitious nonsense, but it must be related.
Have you ever felt it before? During an eclipse?
I've never been here during an eclipse. This is my first. And she's gonna say, I want to try something. And she's gonna kind of beckon one of you into like the alleyway next to the hospital. kind of between one of the buildings. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
I follow.
Okay.
Follow.
I follow.
Volunteers tribute.
I want to try to stand watch and see that no one else is looking down the alley.
Sure. She's gonna say, okay. This is gonna hurt for a second, but I need a volunteer.
I'll volunteer.
Okay. She's gonna be like, she's gonna go and she's going to she's got like a small tool bag on her belt that she's gonna pick up, and she's gonna take out a little like small knife, and she's gonna just she's gonna make a cut on your arm. That's 1 damage.
Which
Do you
person?
resist? When she goes to do this?
Which one?
Gilga, the volunteer.
No,
We both volunteered.
Oh,
I technically opened my mouth first, so I think.
hang on.
I think we said it at the exact same time because I heard myself say it
Okay,
first.
well, there's Discord lag for you.
I just gotta mess with volumes, it's okay. So, yeah, so she makes a small cut on your arm. And then you see her say a small prayer to herself, and she puts her hand facing you, facing your arm. And it heals. She says,
Well, that doesn't look like it backfired.
no. No, it didn't.
I'll try it on Riker next.
I don't think there'll be
Sure.
any need for that. And as the music plays 2 tracks at the same time. Again.
Well, what if it backfires and gives me night vision?
I don't
Do you a favor
I don't know
with
how to give anyone night vision.
it?
Damn it.
Well, that would be
But that's why it would
definition of a backfire. It
Yeah.
would do what it was supposed to.
Well, well, I don't
Or
know
does
how
it
to
mean that-
accidentally give anyone night vision either.
Do you know how the backfires work? Does it like do other spells that the caster knows?
It typically doesn't do other spells. It's typically some kind of wave of force, or sometimes the damage is radiant. Some would say. It depends. It can manifest in a couple different ways. I suppose it depends on who's doing the casting, or what kind of magic they were trying to summon. So she's gonna
So
say,
if magic is supposed to backfire, why didn't it?
well, I assume that whatever effect blocks magic has also blocked me from feeling Avandra's presence. I suspect, well, this isn't the city's first eclipse, but maybe there's something to this eclipse and why magic doesn't work here. That it's probably related. I haven't been here long enough to know. And, well, I do know that if you try to cast it regularly, it's not a good time. And the more powerful the magic, the harder the pushback. So, if what they're saying is true, and about the eclipse being bad luck and magic is suddenly here, maybe there is a disaster about to strike, or some kind of magical malady. I'm gonna have to stay here. I mean, there's patients there already. Some of them have been burned already. I don't know where they would have gotten those from. I'm gonna have to start taking care of things. Excuse me. And she's gonna start making her way towards the hospital. There are now several more soldiers now being brought on stretchers. You can tell from your perspective, from the center of the city, are being brought towards the hospital there. And Veronica's gonna look, and she's gonna start inspecting them as they're being brought in. And she's gonna, start taking directions. And she's gonna say, "Are there gonna be many more of you?" She's gonna look at one of the individuals carrying the stretcher, and she says, "Oh, well, I don't know. I just know that I'm given someone who was evacuated and told to bring him to the hospital." She says, what's gone wrong?" "I don't know. They're coming from the palace." "The soldiers aren't letting anyone else in. They just bring out their injured and they have us carry them away." She says, "Well, do they have it under control?" He says, "Happens every eclipse. Look, we're glad to have you." She's like, "And this is just okay? Every eclipse?" As this is happening, there's going to be some individuals running down the road from the east. Which, Rags, you'll know, is the kind of like the slums area. It's the poorer side of town. And there's going to be some individuals yelling, Veronica, you're a cleric, right? There's undead. There's undead in the graveyard." And she's gonna say, undead in the graveyard as well? This individual who's run up to her is gonna say, "Well, yeah, right now. What? You're a cleric. What do we do about this?" She says, "Well, are there any soldiers there to help you?" "No. They all go to the palace. They all guard the interior of the town. There's no one there." She's gonna turn around to you all, who are not too far behind in the alleyway, or lurking just outside of it now, if no one's moved. She's gonna say, Can you all help these people? Look, the guards, if they're all busy at the palace, I'm gonna need to be here to heal people as they're coming in. Can you go help?"
Right, West.
Yeah, well.
Yes,
Yes, absolutely.
I will help. Lead the way, sir.
If we're seen using magic, we could be banned from the city. Or worse.
Good thing I don't have to use magic.
That is... She's gonna look at you all, and she's gonna say, "Well, that is quite possible, so be careful. But if nobody sees you, and she's just gonna kind of shrug, like, no one sees, no one knows." So she's gonna look at the there's a scared man there in front of her. She says, what's your name, son? And he's gonna say, my name's Timmy. Okay, Timmy, can you show these
Take us to
these
the well.
adventurers to the cemetery where all the undead are? He's gonna say, yes, I can show them where. And Timmy's gonna turn to you all and say, we kind of have to hurry. It's probably pretty urgent.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
It's Boogie.
Okay. Is Rags accompanying the party?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pulling out daggers.
Ooh, daggers. All right. So Timmy is going to, he's escorting you eastwards, and you are going to go through one of the portcullises on the interior, on one of the inner walls of Norgonoth, and you're going to end up, as you cross, you see the city. You crossed through the warehouse district, you crossed through some living quarters, but they were more, upscale, like midtown type quality. As you cross through this portcullis and you leave behind, the hospital, some of the taverns,
Bakers and Sons.
and the stores, you don't pass Bakers and Sons. You actually
Sad.
pass a bakery. The bakery is called Kobold Creamery.
Well, that's just filthy.
Well, I mean, best donuts in town. They have as a sign on the shop window, original recipe.
I don't want to
And,
know what the sex lizards do to make donuts.
What?
What?
I might be the only person who
They're
knows
just-
that meme. Never
They're
mind.
just kobolds. I don't know. Yeah. So that's the bakery you pass. Not Bakers and Sons. That might be elsewhere. The as you pass through this portcullis, you can see that the town gets, it's more run down on this side of the wall. The shacks are in a state of disrepair, and they go less from looking like, somewhat grandiose buildings, somewhat planned, to just as you get further and further east, you start seeing that they start becoming more like shacks rather than buildings, and they go from being dilapidated to just worse. The people there are you can see that there are people inside of these homes, and they're kind of like they're taking some interest in you all running down the road, but they're all mostly staying inside and shutting themselves in. This might not be their first rodeo. As you proceed, you end up to a fenced area, still inside the second set of walls of the city. You don't get that far, and you see there's a gate there, and Timmy says, "Well, this is the cemetery. I shouldn't have been out here anyway, but look, someone needs to go in there, and I'm not brave enough, so good luck."
That's why we're here anyway.
Thanks, we'll do our best.
Yeah. And so the music is,
I don't own a token. Within
you
this.
don't own a token. I can give you a token. Hang on. There's a couple things I have to do to set this place up. So as you
Also,
enter the graveyard,
I can go back to the cave.
I know you can. You can arrange yourselves in this opening area.
What time of day is it?
It is daytime. The eclipse is progressing, so it is getting slightly darker. It has to be said. Could you not walk forward if you're not actually walking forward?
You said put yourself wherever you want.
Yeah, but arrange yourselves, but don't just walk all the way into the field if you don't. Also, are you kind of like cutting quiet for anyone else?
Maybe.
He is kind of quiet.
Okay.
How's that?
Well, because I've slowly been once in a while boosting you 25% every once in a while, and I keep doing it, so I'm just wondering what's going on there.
He's okay for me.
Okay.
Is this better now?
Better.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
better. That's a sentence.
Very better. It's true.
English adjacent.
All right.
Sorry.
So as you walk into the graveyard, one of you should be able to see him. Is one zombie there's a zombie up and walking around out of his grave, shambling around.
You saying zombies are supposed to be in graves?
Well, zombies aren't, but the body that this zombie is clearly made up of usually is, probably. You can also hear towards the back of the cemetery. Riker, you can see it. There's up on the hill, there's a small crypt
You
kind of
just open
structure
those doors.
with doors. And you can hear some kind of noise coming from inside of there. But there's this one zombie here. As you're walking into the forest, he hasn't quite noticed you yet. He's just kind of shambling around. He's Does anybody do anything right away? As you see this lad?
I'm gonna
We could ask him if he's
behind
friendly.
Yeah. As you get closer, you can see
Hey,
that
what's in your head?
That was rude.
I don't know what's in your head. His foot is actually kind of still is stuck on like a root. So he's trying to move, but he's kind of stuck coming out of the ground. So he's trying to move, and as you get closer, he turns towards you, and he trips and he falls. He's on the ground, but he's definitely now noticed you.
Friendly though. We need to.
Yeah.
I don't know how zombies work.
Yeah, as he's tripped, he's now dislodged from this root, and he's going to start slowly crawling towards the nearest person.
Yeah, I'm gonna sigh and then I'm gonna cast at him.
Okay. Let's, Bang. Did that work?
Yes.
Alright, you can all roll initiative.
Oh, boy.
Wow, that's cool.
Okay, what do you
Oh,
cast?
his name is Chris.
It is Zombie Chris.
We can see his initiative roll. I don't know if we're supposed to.
I don't have any argument against you knowing the order.
Okay. Also,
Range hasn't rolled
Erdan,
yet.
Yeah, Rags hasn't rolled, and then Erdan and Rags don't have any health in Foundry.
I rolled a 16, but like it didn't.
You
up
do
right.
have health in Foundry, but you might not be able to see their health.
Well, I can see Gilga's health.
I can see everyone's health.
See everyone's health.
Yeah, you should be able
Okay,
to see
so-
everyone's health bar.
It's just broken, I guess.
Um,
I can see a health bar. I can't see a health number.
I'm cool with this.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if the bar updates.
The bar might update. We will see.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Try to
There's
roll
some
again.
technical things that we can do to make the bar update from your D&D Beyond sheet, but otherwise, I mean, I'm going to be doing combat here, so your bar will update.
okay.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So what do you cast at this lad?
Eldritch Blast.
Okay. A classic.
Isn't that just gonna pop him?
No.
You hit.
Okay.
I mean, it's a zombie. He's slow. He's prone as well. So,
Yeah.
technically, I'd give you advantage if you want. Maybe you'll crit.
Okay. I did.
You did. So, yeah. Do you want to just if you right click, you can roll. I think a crit on the Eldritch Blast. Yeah. 17. Wow. Poor zombie Chris.
Yeah, you can't get it back.
Yeah, so you hit him for 17 damage, and that begins combat. So now, as you initiate that blast, out erupts beyond just you saying the words to cast the spell is, a boom of force as your spell connects with this zombie Chris. And yeah, with that noise, you then hear in the silence thereafter a zombie begins crawling out of his grave.
Did you make this map?
No.
That explains a lot.
Well, yeah. You think I can draw trees this good?
Yeah. I was like, this is really good.
Yeah, have you seen my trees? No, this is included with Foundry, so
Oh, neat.
seemingly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we hear a zombie crawling out of his grave, and then it is Gilga's turn. Oh, sorry. Bam, Gilga.
I'm just trying to locate the. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Yeah,
Zombie Dandy.
Zombie Dandy has now crawled up out of his grave, or he's beginning to crawl up.
Well, I'm assuming that's a bad thing, so let's see. Where can I move? Hold on, looking for the measurement tool.
You can hold control and then just drag, I think, from your character.
Well, that's for movement.
That's for movement. Yeah, you also have array.
If
Thank-
you don't click on your character while holding control, you can just.
That
do
zombie
normal
is
measurement.
54 feet from you. So there you go.
And we don't have that kind of walking potential. I can go 25 foot though.
No, but there
There's
is
a closer
also
one.
a zombie Chris.
True. But I'm assuming that Zombie Chris is in pretty bad shape.
Zombie Chris is in pretty bad shape. Yeah.
But pretty bad shape isn't done yet.
Yeah,
Fair.
he did 17 damage to him and he didn't pop.
That's fair. That's fair.
But that probably does mean he's close.
Drawing snacks.
You can charge him with those
Yeah.
famous charge shields.
I could, I'm right at the peak of my range there, but yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's, do a shield bash on poor
Mhm.
zombie Chris here.
Quick, somebody get in the way.
I will pull your ass over.
Didn't happen last time.
I'm
Yeah,
not getting
well.
in the way.
It nearly. Well, she
would
tried to
put me
sidestep you.
there.
That was part of her move. Okay, and then you're gonna try to hit this lad,
Yep.
this zombie lad. A 9 to hit hits with Gilga's spiked shields.
Nice. Now, if only it would do the damage roll when I pull it. There we go.
And you hit it for 9 damage. Okay, so you hit the zombie, and you knock one of its arms off as you hit it with the shield. I mean, it's just falling apart. It's rotten flesh, and it seems like it would be about to have gone, but something on it lives on in this zombie.
It just, slight girl mode here. Ew.
Yeah, well, it is a zombie.
Music.
It's true. Yeet. Next up in the order, another skeleton. No, oh, sorry. Instead of a zombie, this time a skeleton has begun rising up out of his grave behind Zombie Dandy.
Prophecy.
Yeah, so he's beginning to crawl up out of the ground. Rags.
I guess I'll go for.
Didn't he already attack?
Yeah, he gave me a
He
surprise.
did it as the surprise. He initiated the
Oh,
combat
okay.
as the zombie
Sure.
was slow crawling towards Erdan.
Sure.
I guess I'm going for Zombie Dandy.
Okay. Yeah.
With a blast.
He's still crawling up out of his grave. So you can have advantage.
Man, they're taking their time.
I think that hits.
Yeah, a 23 does in fact hit. You can go ahead and roll damage.
Actually, it would take a lot of effort to dig out of a grave, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, it is taking him some time. That's why you have advantage.
That is a lot of soil to just move.
Well, these ones seem to be,
And then I'm
somewhat
gonna move.
somewhat higher up. It seems. It doesn't seem like the city of Norgonoth knows how to properly take care of their cemeteries to prevent the dead from rising.
Either way, still a lot of soil. I would imagine.
Yeah. Then next up is Erdan. Is there a way that I can see your rolls and... Oh, there is. I can pop this open. That would work. Okay, that works.
The music stopped.
It's just switching songs. You're good.
I'm gonna go over to. Oh. Collides with at least one wall. Collides with at least one wall.
Yeah, there's some things with terrain.
Collides with at least.
It's the grave that you're standing next to. That's a wall, apparently.
Okay.
Here,
how do
I
cancel? No, I can just.
Well, I don't think this thing should block movement. I think that's probably a mistake. So, movement restriction none. Update wall. There you go. Should be good to go.
Okay. I move here. Now I'm gonna hit him.
You have 35 movement?
I have 40.
Oh wow, fast boy. Yeah, go for the hit.
Pose a 15.
15.
hits.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
was
okay.
there another roll? That's suspicious.
Yeah, so you hit this the zombie for 6 damage, and you didn't quite get the same effect that you got when Gilga hit it. You hit him and he's hurting, but he's still standing or crawling out,
Mostly intact.
mostly intact.
I
Next
reiterate,
up.
you.
Yeah, well,
Hey, wait a minute.
Also, for the
okay, still up.
sheer
Is there
knowledge of
Dan?
it, a cubic foot of soil is about 100 pounds, so
Zombies are very adept at climbing up through soil. It's just, yeah, they just naturally are. Don't know how it happened.
it's just for the scholarly aspect of it. That's a lot of weight.
It's a really good racial ability.
Yeah, a zombie.
Yeah, zombie.
I was born a zombie. My father
I'm
was a
gonna-
zombie, and his father was a zombie. Well, maybe not.
I'm gonna do an unarmed. strike for
okay.
Bonus action.
The bonus action strike. Yeah, that hits, and so then you hit him for an additional 7. The same kind of thing happens. How do you unarmed strike him? Do you just like, where do you try to hit him?
Let's go for a limb. An arm.
Yeah. Yeah, you hit him in the arm, and just whatever flesh was on this bone, just kind of like you hit it, and it just kind of goes right through, and you just go right through, and as you pull out, it just like the muscle just falls off of that arm, and then the arm falls off. Nothing
Really
holding it
gross
on.
today.
Yeah, I know. But
You're horribly gross today, and
the
enjoying
zombie
it.
is still moving. Well, I mean, you're just attacking zombies. I mean, they're just like
Yeah.
rotten flesh on the bone, walking around. It's pretty unnatural stuff to begin with.
All right.
Yeah, next up then, Zombie Chris. It's going to get to its feet, and it's going to try to take its remaining arm and make a swing, just a backlash swing at Gilga. For 22 hits. For 6 damage.
Oof.
Okay, Riker.
Let me see how far that is. Really sad. Can't really get up there. Okay, well then, in that case, I will just move forward and attack the guy that's in front of me.
Yeah, Zombie Chris.
Yeah. Can I attack from there, or do I have to move one closer?
What are you attacking with? Melee?
Guitar.
You have to be close to him.
Sir.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that
19.
hits.
5.
Yeah, you hit the zombie, but But as you hit him, he gets knocked to the ground onto one knee, and he just kind of like starts to slowly shamble his way back up. He's still standing.
I'm trying to find where the thing is in the UI again. There we go.
Your bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna frostbite him for. Okay.
3.
Yeah, and what's the rule on that? He has to make a.
It says con 12.
Okay.
I don't know how that works.
Well, he failed, so he takes the damage. So he takes the 3 damage. But, yeah, even though you start to freeze this zombie's, where do you hit him with that spell?
In the right leg.
Okay, I'm gonna say, yeah, you freeze that, you freeze his leg, and you can see that his leg begins to just kind of freeze solid, but he's still standing.
Well, he's basically stuck there now.
Possibly.
Or at least slower. And I think that's all I can do.
Yeah, I believe that is as well. So as you end your turn, as you freeze this zombie and strike him, from a couple of the other graves come shambling out several more undead. Some of which one might think that you could see, but you cannot.
Yeah, why is that wall there?
It's a hill. I don't make the hills. I mean, I could make the hills.
Yeah.
Here, I'll let you
Neat.
see. You can hear from up above. You can hear those zombies starting to climb up out of their graves.
See them with their ear holes.
You can see them with your ears, yes.
Neat.
I mean, you're right. It is a lot of dirt. It does make some noise. Zombie Dandy is going to try to strike Erdan. Does a 12 hit?
No.
Yeah, he's gonna take a big swing at you. Again, that same... These zombies seem to kind of make the same kind of motions, and he makes that big backhand swing with his one arm that's still flesh and bone. And but he swings at nothing and just hits the air. Gilga, what do you want to do?
Well, probably the best bet would be to just attack the sorry mother in front of me.
Yeah, hit him. That hits. Yeah, so you hit this zombie, and at last he when you hit him, his frozen leg is somewhat stuck to the ground, frozen, and his knee, right at the knee where it's the freezing effect ends, it rips off and he falls to the ground and he stops moving. Just one. Now there's just he's laying there and there's just like one leg sticking up.
Is the leg inanimate?
The leg is frozen, so but the toes are not wiggling, no.
Okay, well that's good.
Okay. Bonus action or movement?
No.
Okay, next up. The skeleton in the back He is going to walk up to Erdan. And he's going to make a swing at him with just his bony hand. Just going to bony hand swing. Does an 8 hit?
Nope.
But again, just like the zombie, he is not very adept, not quick moving enough to strike the monk. And that's all he gets. Rags.
Zombie Dandy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay focused on him. And I'm gonna keep blasting.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. For 4 damage.
Yeah, you hit him with this blast, and he gets knocked back several feet from the force of the blast, and he's out of there.
Okay. And I'm gonna keep moving away from any graves that I see.
Yeah. Okay, Herdan.
Oh, there's an end turn button. That's so cool.
Oh, does it actually give you the turn?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, I'm gonna do my good old quarterstaff
Mm-hmm.
and to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Damage.
Who you're hitting the skeleton, I assume.
Yeah, the
'cause
one right
it's a
next.
quarterstaff.
Adam.
Yeah.
And then
You hit him.
let's do some good old unarmed strike for a bonus action.
Yeah, that'll hit. Yeah, this pile of bones, as you hit him with your staff and as you hit him with your fist, between the 2 quick strikes, this guy just breaks apart into a big explosion of bones and falls to the ground. There's nothing left of him.
Nice. Bone meal.
Turns to dust.
Well, he's not ground to dust. He's just a pile of bones.
I'll go bone meal then.
I mean, anything's a bone meal if you eat its bones.
5 snacks.
I think you need to make maybe a stew out of the stock, but that okay. Anyway, Riker, you're up.
They actually do make stock from bone.
Yeah. Next up on the cooking network.
Some
know
of you
how to
have
cook,
some cooking
right?
skill.
Yes. Some of us
Yes.
do.
Look at him go.
It reminds me, I need to
Yeah,
find
he's
some
moving.
shrimp shells.
Oh,
Oh.
he's got a cone.
breath.
Breath attack. Yeah.
Gonna breathe heavily on them. 12 con. 6.
It's a 12 Constitution save. And otherwise, they take what, half?
I don't know.
Okay, I think it's half. Yeah, you hit both of these lads. With a freezing breath attack, you walk up and you just blow on them with a like Superman with the force of cold. And
So they-
yeah,
They both saved.
yeah, they did.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it says. Half as much. Wait. A creature takes 2d6 damage on a failed save and half as much on... Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's your move and that's your turn. Done.
No.
No. Oh.
A bonus.
Okay.
Frostbite on
Yeah.
Beth.
Beth or Amber? Okay.
Let's go Beth. 12 con, or yeah, con 12 again. 3.
Yeah. They take none if they succeed. Yes.
Let me read.
I'm pretty sure that's the case. Anyway, we'll come back to it if you did damage.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
say anything about.
This zombie Eric, is gonna walk up to Erdan, and he's gonna attempt to he's gonna overhand. He's gonna try to double slam with both of his arms down on Erdan, and he's gonna strike him for a whopping 2 damage.
I don't even get to dodge, man.
Do you have a dodge?
Well, doesn't he have to roll to hit?
He did roll the hit. He hit. Then we have Skeleton Billy. Oh, Skeleton Billy. He actually has a bow and arrow, Skeleton Billy, a short bow, and he's going to pull it out. And he's going to make a ranged attack at Gilga. $18.
What I have?
What's your AC on your sheet?
18.
Okay, then that barely hits. It's different on here, but I know that's wrong. It says 14 on Foundry, but I know that's not right.
Yeah, no, not right at all.
And he hits for 5 damage.
For fuck's sake.
As this arrow, as you made the blow on that other zombie with the shield strike, he manages to get a hit in your side. Okay, Zombie Beth. Where are you, Zombie Beth? Zombie Beth is going to walk over to Riker and kind of stumble a bit over the hill, and is going to kind of like fall down the hill here. But on the way down, it's still going to reach and scramble towards trying to strike Riker. And it's going to, it's just going to just scrape him on the shoulder as the zombie falls down the hill. I'm going to say that zombie's now prone, but it did 3 damage to you, Riker.
So I can counterattack?
Do you have a reaction attack?
Maybe.
If you have an action that says reaction when you take damage, then you can. I don't know that you do. No, opportunity is if they try to escape
Oh, okay.
your melee
Never mind.
range. Yeah.
He
So-
said he's prone.
Oh, yeah. They just kind of fell down over the hill, but they did manage to scrape you on the way down.
Sure.
Yeah, Zombie Amber is gonna just kind of walk down the hill gently, and then again is gonna that same kind of move with the overhand. The double fist is gonna just kind of like go up and slam, except it's like you know, zombie noises, and it's gonna try to make a slam on you, and it's going to be yeah, that hits. Oh my gosh, 18.
That's not a...
For 4 damage.
Yep.
Next up in the order, Gilga.
Oh boy. Well, I've got a bone to pick, no pun intended.
Yeah.
with that fella. Yeah.
Okay, 9 to hit. A 9 to hit. Yeah, so you go to walk at this guy and swing at him with your shield, but maybe it's the arrow in your side that this guy just put into you, or maybe it's just the distance and the terrain, but you swing at him and it just doesn't quite connect to the guy.
Oof.
Rags.
I'm gonna move a little closer. And I'm gonna target Zombie Eric.
Okay.
And keep blasting. Oh, that's not good.
7. Yeah, so you try to shoot at him with the Eldritch Blast. And as you extend your hand, you're trying to not hit Erdan, so you aim a little bit to the left and you actually hit the grave right below him instead, and it doesn't quite hit the zombie. A spray of rock and debris from the stone that you hit with the Eldritch Blast sprays up, but no damage. Erdan.
I am going to turn around at him and hit him with my quarterstaff.
Whack. Yeah, you swing around and you swing like straight. You do a 180 and you swing and you go too far and you just whack right on the ground, right to the left. And then
I'm gonna try again with just a fist.
Yeah, so as you miss with the staff on the ground, you just whip out one of your hands and you strike at him with your hand as you miss with the quarterstaff into the ground, and you hit and you do 5 damage. Okay. Riker. As the zombies are surrounding you.
So, I don't think there's a way that I can position myself to get both of... No, actually, I don't even have a breath attack.
You would take an
anyways.
opportunity attack if you had to do that, but also, the one below you, the one south of you, is prone, so you can get advantage if you want to attack him.
Sure, I'll go for that.
Sure.
Do you still have that thunderclap thing?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll do that.
Yeah, you cast Thunderwave.
Yeah. On 12.
Okay.
12 damage.
12 damage. And what's it, half if they...
Half. And
You know
isn't
what?
punched.
Okay. So they, the bottom one's prone, so they are both gonna fail.
Does that also push them back?
Yes, it does. It pushes them back 5 feet.
Okay.
So yeah, you
Nice.
you cast Thunderwave, and this wave of force propels away from you, and it hits both of these zombies. As you hit them with this wave of force, you can see that strips and pieces of their rotten hide begin to just kind of tear off and fly away. A piece flies off of Zombie Beth, and it lands on Gilga's shin plate, her armor on her on her leg.
Ew.
Kind of gross. but you're in the splash zone.
Have you watched Kill Bill lately? Because I'm getting some serious Kill Bill vibes on this level of detail.
They're zombies. They're gross. What do you? The only thing I can be accused of is watching too much Critical Role. Okay.
Frostbite.
Yeah. Which one?
Bottom. I'm fucking dying over here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're not that hurt. You're still in the green, the yellow green.
I mean, I'm coughing up.
Yellow green.
Okay.
I
Keep your
mean,
lungs in your body, they're required.
I muted myself for a while there. I was coughing like for
Okay.
a minute straight.
Yeah,
oh,
right?
Yeah, I think I just swallowed wrong or something.
Choke down air. Do it all the time.
there you go. Yeah, you hit Zombie Beth, who's still on the ground now. Just kind of rolled over over the head, that stone there. Yeah, you then begin to freeze the zombie with frostbite.
Now you can move wherever you want.
Yeah, zombie Eric is going to, after that quarterstaff misses, he's just gonna try to kind of swing right up, swing over the staff as it's still kind of implanted into the ground from that swing that you just made, and he's gonna just swing and try to hit you. He's gonna try to hit you in the face. This zombie. I know.
Rude.
It's very well. You did just, punch him.
Did Riker mean to?
Oh, yeah. With the bonus. That. 13. Yeah, 16 hits. For 3 damage. Erdan. Okay,
Ooh.
Skeleton Billy. He's got his bow. This skeleton really loves to use his bow, so he's gonna try to shoot Gilga again, with his bow, with disadvantage because he's, well, okay, and he's gonna try to shoot with his bow, but Gilga, you're just way too close, and as he tries to knock an arrow, you just kind of like hit his hand out of the way, and you're like, no, because you're just right next to him, so he can't even knock the arrow.
Just like, why did you even try? It's like, excuse me?
Yeah, Zombie Beth is going to get up, is going to stand up from this. It's going to kind of slowly shamble back into place, and she's kind of not doing so good. She's going to walk up to her Dan, and as she does, she's going to kind of like stumble and trip and fall as she's, partially frozen and just falling apart, and that's Zombie Beth. And Zombie Amber is going to walk up to Riker and is going to make a swing at him, which is going to hit for 2 damage. Gilga, you're up.
Well, I think we know where this is heading. Maybe it's just bitch slap this
Yeah,
pile of bone.
yeah. Yeah, you hit him, and for 6 damage. You hit this pile of bones, and you just hear the rattle of all the bones. The strike reverberated through the skeleton, but he's still standing. Whatever force is holding his bones together remains. Rags. Actually, before you go, Rags, you all begin to hear from on top of the hill in that crypt that those noises you were hearing earlier begins to turn into a pounding on the crypt doors. You can tell that it's on the wood and no longer like a clawing at the stone. There is now a pounding on the wood doors in the crypt up above.
Something worse is coming. All right, I'm gonna move up to here. And I'm gonna keep targeted on Zombie Eric. So I'll try to blast it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that hits for 9 damage. Yeah, this time you don't miss. You aim, and your aim strikes true. You hit the zombie with a wave of force, right in his midsection.
Does he drop?
No.
All right, I'm gonna throw a dagger.
Oh,
My offhand.
yeah. Yeah, and after you hit him with this wave of force, and then as he stumbles, you just whip out from your belt a dagger and you throw it, and it hits. What is the damage on that? Improvised weapon, or I mean, it's
D4.
a dagger. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, you hit him.
Yep, doing what I can.
Okay, Erdan.
Who's that? Is Beth prone?
Beth is back up. She shambled her way up to you. She stumbled a bit as she walked because she's pretty beat up, but she is standing.
I'm gonna do my bonus action against Eric for
Okay.
an unarmed strike.
Yep, that'll hit. Yeah,
There's a
you
dagger. You can kick it into him.
you hit Zombie Eric for 6 damage.
Zombie Eric succumbs to my.
No, Zombie Eric has not succumbed.
I am going to do the dodge action then, so I get advantage against not being hit.
Okay. Riker.
How does resistance work? I've read it like 70 times and I still can't figure it out.
Resistance means if you take that type of damage, you take half that amount of damage. So if you have resistance to poison and something tries to poison you for like 8 damage, you would only take 4.
But mine's just called resistance.
Resistance.
It's a cantrip.
Oh, then what does the cantrip do?
You touch one willing creature once before the spell ends. The target can roll a d4 and add the number to one saving throw of its choice.
Yeah.
Roll die before or after making the saving throw.
Yep, the spell lasts for 1 minute. So that does what it says. So if you for some reason have to make a saving throw, you get to add a d4 either before or after you roll it, to try to add to it to make your roll better.
And when would I make a saving throw?
If somebody makes an attack on you that tries to that you need to save from, so like maybe a dex attack if you fall into a trap, or if someone tries to trip you or push you or something, I guess you would make a saving throw. Or a strength check. If you tried to grapple someone, that's also a strength challenge, so that would count. I mean, resistance, it'd be weird, but I'd allow it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out when it would be useful, because it seems like almost never.
Not in this fight, no. There are times, but you also have to cast it before the check.
Right.
And it lasts a minute, which is quite a long time in a fight.
Yeah, that is 10 rounds of combat. We're in round 4 of combat, for example, so...
Oh, okay. I will use my scimitar on the one above me, whoever that is.
Sure.
Amber.
Yeah.
Ouch. 4. Does it hit?
4 does not hit.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, you try to swing at with your scimitar, but your body, just bruised and battered from these zombie strikes, is beginning to feel the ache of it. And as you try to swing, it doesn't quite swing right.
Frostbite.
Yeah, go for it.
5.
Yeah, they succeed.
Well,
Zombies and their con saves, man.
yeah, I consistently feel useless with this build.
Well, unfortunately, all your saves are con saves, and well, they're zombies. So
I don't know what
There's
that's
a thing.
supposed to mean.
You're new, so especially with like your spells, after the session we can take a look at and we can try to see how you feel about different ones, because yeah, there are better choices.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Yeah. Zombie Eric is going to try to attack Erdan, who has dodged. And he's going to take a swing at him, but Erdan, the monk, is just focusing all his energy on dodging, and he just takes one step out of the way, and the zombie makes the big slam into the ground and just hits nothing but dirt. Skeleton
He's
Billy,
fucking
yeah, the same thing. He's going to try to take his bow, as is usual. He's going to try to take aim at Gilga, and Gilga again, just the skeleton in front of you keeps trying to knock an arrow, and you're just like, whack it out of his hand. You're like, stop.
There's just an increasingly growing pile of arrows next to me.
Yeah.
It's like, what's in your head, dumbass?
Yeah, he's only got like one more in his quiver. He didn't seem to have that many. So, I mean, the skeleton's kind of running out of arrows, but just keeps trying. 2 arrows on the ground, 1 arrow in you, and 1 in the quiver. That's what the skeleton has. Zombie Beth is going to try to swing at Erdan. But again, Erdan is just too quick. And as the zombie tries to make a lunge at Erdan again just takes 1 step back, and just nothing connects. Zombie Amber is going to try to take a swing at Riker, as was the style at the time, and is going to hit for 4 damage. As that strike hits you, you can hear that up in the crypt, the pounding on the door is getting louder and louder, and you begin to hear that the hinges are beginning to fail. You can hear the metal holding the edges of the door is beginning to strain.
Maybe it's just a bunch of puppies.
It could be. Oh man, that's a
I
good
mean,
idea.
that's
Hang on,
happening.
let me look up. Let's see, Hellhound.
That's
Oh,
not a
no.
puppy.
Oh, no.
That is not a puppy.
I mean,
Just a baby hellhound.
Yeah.
it is,
Hang on, let me
but
pull up my monster manual here.
it's not a puppy you want to mess with.
Gilga, you're up.
I'm not even gonna bother saying. I think we all know at this point.
Gilga, would you stop playing with the skeleton and get on with it?
Yeah, Gilga, you getting sick and tired of the skeleton. Wow, you rolled poorly there.
I
That's
know.
unfortunate. That's the smallest amount you could have rolled, but hey, you did hit. Yeah, so this skeleton just as you knock that arrow out of his hand, you also just kind of like take his wrist, and you just kind of grab it and you just kind of like twist his wrist, and just like you're like no, and it actually, breaks off his hand for a second, and then you feel his hand start pulling back onto his bony skeleton.
There's a death dog.
Well,
Don't give him
Okay.
ideas.
No, we don't deal with a couple of hellhounds already, okay?
I don't know what CR rating those are. Off the top of my head, that might be a bit much.
Death Dog is 1.
That might be a bit much.
Yeah. It's 40 hit points.
Ugh.
Next up is Rags.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with Zombie Eric.
Yeah, all reliable.
Yeah. Oh, that one. And then I'm gonna throw a dagger at him.
Yeah,
8.
that hits.
Okay.
You throw the dagger at him, and where do you want to hit this guy?
Just to the chest. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to be fancy.
Yeah, you hit him right in the chest, and he just like, as you hit that Eldritch Blast, you hit short. You hit the ground below him, and as he heard that sound, he turned right at you, and right as you throw the dagger, lands right in his chest, and he just goes, and then he just slumps. He just falls backward to the ground and hits the ground back first in some kind of reverse belly flop with a thud. Zombie down.
All right. I want to move up to here and try to be ready to use this as cover if I can against whatever's coming out that door.
Yeah, I'd say that's I'd say that's half cover easy. Erdan.
What's this hill thing by the door? Is that a hill?
That's just a
blocking you?
hill. It's a grass hill. You can see over the ridgeline, you can see the crypt a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the crypt's obviously taller than the hill that it's sitting on. So you can see the top half of the crypt, but you can't see the bottom half of it. You can just barely see the door. The door's still intact, and every time you hear one of those bangs, you can see the door start to like shake a little bit and rattle and get like pushed out towards you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm gonna make an unarmed strike down to Eric.
Yeah. Eric's dead. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, Beth it is then. Let's put that on Beth.
Yeah. Strike Beth. Zombie Beth. 11 to hits and 4 damage. Yeah, you where do you punch her?
Oh, just in the mass.
Yeah. Again, the same way. You just punch. You just kind of like get your fists ready. Do you crack your knuckles first, or you just kind of you just punch the zombie right in the chest?
I'll just punch him.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Like you're just tired of these zombies on this cemetery, and you just punch her right in the chest in the same way. Just reverse belly flop right on her back with a thud in the grass. Yeah.
And let's move over to there.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna smack. Who is that? Amber.
Zombie Amber. Yeah.
Amber. She's gonna get a quarterstaff.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, you hit Amber with the quarterstaff, and you hit her right in the shoulder, and she kind of like hunkers down, and she gets hit. She's go. And she kind of gets back up with one last, seemingly the last of that zombie's capability. Riker.
I'm gonna use my scimitar and probably miss.
Well,
Try anyway.
believe in the dice. You hit.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
Part of the dice. or something.
Yeah, you hit the zombie, and how do you want to hit him? Down they go.
Neck.
Yeah, you hit him. You hit him right in the neck, and man, it's like cutting through. Yeah, you're a dragonborn. It's like just cutting through a very tender steak, just right through.
So,
I wouldn't recommend taking a bite, but there you go.
don't do it.
And as you do that, the zombie just slumps down to the floor.
Is Billy still alive?
Yeah, Billy, he tries to take his last arrow, and he's gonna try to attack.
My
Oh.
turn.
Oh, oh, yeah, go for it.
Frostbite on Billy.
Okay.
1.
Well, I believed in you. So Billy's gonna go and he's gonna take out his last arrow. He's sorry. I was getting ahead of myself there, but not by too much. He's gonna take out his last arrow and he's gonna try to hit Gilga with it.
There's just a little bit of ice hanging off the end of the arrow now.
This time, the skeleton pulls out his last arrow, and he's gonna try to knock it. And you're gonna try to again just knock it out of his hand because you know he's just cheeky little skeleton. And this time, he's actually gonna take a half step back as you swing at him, and he's gonna quickly knock the arrow, and he fires it right at you, dead on, and it's gonna hit
No.
you for 6.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's really tired of you taking his arrows. But with that last arrow, this skeleton is just going to drop his bow, reach back for the quiver, and when it finds nothing, it just explodes. It blows up. There's nothing left.
The quiver explodes or the skeleton?
The skeleton explodes into a pile of bones with an empty quiver and a short bow on the ground. And that is all that remains of the skeleton.
Wow.
The pounding continues at the door. You can hear another one of the hinges give way up at the crypt. But Gilga, it's your turn.
First of all, what the fuck was that?
This skeleton just really loved his archery, and when it ran out of arrows, what do you want? He didn't have the will to go on without his arrows. He got really mad that you didn't let him shoot 2 of them. So I mean, you know, he's like, without my arrows, I am nothing. He exploded. What's the problem?
Do I have any healing potions left on?
By my count, the party still has 1 and did not return that one. So,
I feel like I had it.
yeah, sounds right to me.
Can I use it?
You could. You're in combat, so it would be an action. It's not your turn yet.
Okay.
I think you also have a healing spell,
We're
but
not quite in combat anymore.
no,
Yeah.
you're still in combat.
Well,
Yeah.
You're in combat until I say you're out of combat.
There's still stuff we don't see.
Yeah,
enemies.
combat is a timing system more than you're fighting something. So it just means that you take rounds that are about 6 seconds in-game time
Fine.
each.
I'll let you have.
So, I want to move closer up to the party,
Yeah. Seems reasonable.
and I would like to, if possible, use Divine Sense
Yes, okay.
to check and see if there are any more undead in my visible range.
Yeah, so you can, as you cast Detect Good and Evil, you feel that all the creatures that were above ground now that you just defeated, they have this aura of, yes, evil upon them, but is now fading as they are defeated. You can see below the ground and some of the graves that you didn't see anyone rise from, that deep below there is also a faint energy of the undead, but stronger up the hill in the crypt. You can feel and detect
Like
the
the range.
presence. It's in what range? You have 60 feet.
Yeah, that's what I was trying. Range is quite a bit long.
Yeah, whatever's at the door you got. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
basically.
mean, technically they're behind a wall, but yeah, you know they're there.
Right.
Yeah, so you can sense that behind that door, you might suspect that there is about 6 or so undead, based on just the strength of the evil coming from that direction, and the strength that was the ones that are on the ground and now fading. Under the graveyard, you can sense that there's others, but it's very faint. The other bodies in the ground are probably capable of rising to be undead one day, but not this day.
So we're definitely not done here.
Yeah.
Is that your everything?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's basically all I can do at this point.
Yeah, Rags.
I'm going to prepare to cast Eldritch Blast at anything that walks through that door that doesn't look very much normal, alive, human-ish. Humanoid. If it's undead, it's getting blasted.
Okay. Erdan. I cannot hear you. You are not muted,
Yeah,
but I
I'm not
cannot hear
saying
you. Okay. Well, we had this issue. I have to check.
I think I. Oh, wait, let me get my measuring stick. Okay, I'm going to move over to here. And I am going to pull out some darts and get ready to throw them at any undeads coming through the door.
Yeah. As you begin to move up the hill, you get a slightly better vantage of the whole crypt, so you can now see a little bit better. Yeah, Riker, what do you do?
Can I toss the healing potion to Gilga?
Yeah, and I'd say if Gilga's willing to catch it, I'd say that's just a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let it hit the ground.
All right, then I do that. And then I use my healing thing on myself.
Your spell or your potion?
Cure wounds. Well, I just tossed the potion to Gilga.
Oh, that's a good point.
If you want to give me another one, I'll use that one.
If you want to drink it and then chuck the empty potion, I'm cool with that.
Rude.
No, no, I already
No,
tossed
you're right.
it.
Yeah, it's already gone.
Yeah, so I use cure wounds on myself.
Yeah, equal
how
to
does-
1d8 plus your spell casting modifier.
What do you mean spellcasting modifier?
This thing doesn't show your spellcasting modifier. You have a modifier. It's your wisdom attribute. So it's +2.
Oh, is it already
Yeah,
figured into that?
yeah. If you roll
Yes.
it's already in.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I
you
rolled
heal
10.
yourself up for 10.
Got 10.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Powerful. As the zombies are surrounding you.